A meme argues the real reason The Big Bang Theory got worse over the years. By the time the nerd-centric sitcom ended, it was still very popular. In fact, CBS was planning on ordering at least one more season of the show, which didn't happen because of Jim Parsons' decision to leave after season 12. Despite its sustained success, however, there are differing opinions about its quality throughout its run. The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, but a Reddit meme from user Sponderbo argues it had long declined in its storytelling quality because of the introduction of romances in the comedy. Essentially, the meme claims that The Big Bang Theory romances ruined the show and not the divisive laugh track. Interestingly, however, the show always had a love story at the heart of its narrative with Penny and Leonard. From the moment Leonard met Penny, he was immediately smitten. It's worth noting, however, that this was the only romance in the show for its first few years. It wasn't until Bernadette and Amy were introduced as series regulars that The Big Bang Theory juggled multiple love stories at the same time. Looking at the show's ratings throughout its 12-season run, there's a noticeable dip in viewership numbers toward the end of season 7, which was when it started focusing more on personal relationships, supporting the idea that some viewers lost interest when CBS did this. As an ensemble show, one of the main draws of The Big Bang Theory was the chemistry of its main 7 characters. In its earlier seasons, it mostly focused on group activities of the original 5 characters, with an increased focus on their dynamic. Penny was the viewer's perspective as she learned more about Leonard and his friends. That being said, evolving the characters was integral to its progress. As enticing as it is to maintain the status quo, The Big Bang Theory needed to develop its characters, and one way to do that was to show them working on their personal skills. This doesn't mean that The Big Bang Theory storytelling didn't have any issues towards the end of its run. By then, the Pasadena gang had become more separated, barely having any group activities like they did in earlier years of the sitcom. Despite being an ensemble, there was also an increased focus on Sheldon, which relegated the rest of the cast to supporting players instead of fellow protagonists.